Let's talk about your favorite excuses. I'll tell you mine if you tell me yours. Our favorite excuses come out to play in many different situations. And it's really important that we are aware of them, that we know who they are, what their intentions are, and how they're going to get in the way. Now, I am treading very carefully when I'm talking about excuses because we are all very much starting from different places with many different variables. So this is not toxic positivity of just imagining big hard stuff in life is not there and just carrying on regardless. Because sometimes we need to take a step back and we can only focus on one thing at once. And I think this belief that we just turn it on and it's all fine and here we go, I always feel like it's going to catch us out sooner rather than later. What I want to talk about are those excuses that pop up to say hello and cling on to us, even though they have absolutely no place being there. And they may not even be true. They may be excuses that have been with us for a long, long time, almost like ornaments in our house where suddenly, ornaments, that's probably not a great example, but elements of our house that we look at and we go, gosh, I never liked that thing. I don't know why it's been around, or gosh, it's really time to change that thing because that just doesn't suit me, or let's just move that because it gets in the way and it doesn't even work anyway. When I'm talking about favorite excuses, I'm talking about those phrases that stop and pause our momentum. And I'm especially talking in terms of showing up and sharing your business and putting yourself out there and being available for the opportunity, and really exploring how they are affecting what we are doing. So I definitely have so many of my excuses, which of course I shared. I will tell myself I'm not ready, or not everything is completed, so I can't even make a tiny move yet. Or what if somebody does, oh yeah, they're coming out, aren't they? What if somebody doesn't like me? What if somebody trolls me? What if somebody says my idea is rubbish? What if somebody is mean to me and it triggers the bully that used to bully me at school? There's so many. And actually many of them are not helpful and they're not quantifiable because we can't necessarily predict how things are going to be responded to. And so what we have to do is we have to really pick up these excuses and look at them and see how they are getting in the way of us making moves. And one exercise I do is I think about people who are maybe as qualified or as experienced or as knowledgeable who choose not to have the excuses. If you imagined almost the two of us in go-karts next to each other, if I was being held back constantly by these excuses or these stories in my head, and that person just decided to go, what would happen? I also take this visual one step further, and I imagine the people who are right behind me, the people that need to learn from me, the people who are 20 years younger than me, or even I go back to myself of like, what did I really need to learn, or what did I really need? Because I tell you what, when I was 18, I thought by the time I got to 41, I would have all the answers. And I do have lots of answers, but I also still have that portion of self-doubt and that sense of, am I ready? Can I do this? Etc. And maybe that's been part of a human being, but also it's about really tapping into that knowledge, that wisdom that you have now, and remembering that we need to work with these limiting beliefs. We need to work with these excuses. We need to drag them out and look at them and have a conversation with them so we can move forward. If you would like to become more visible, speak up more, sell more, talk about things without feeling completely cringe and not knowing, and talk about your business and your products and your services and have more profit in your business. Speak Up is going to be a great environment for you. It's an online course plus 4 weeks every Tuesday throughout March. I'm going to be there helping you, supporting you, and ultimately supporting you to find a way where you can feel like you. So you don't have to become this brand new person of saying, I never get nervous or nothing bad ever happens to me, because we're all going through life. We all have different times in our lives. We all have hard moments. We all have moments where we just want to be under a duvet doing very little. So this is about making positive steps and supporting that tired version of you, that overwhelmed version of you, but still being able to grow your business. All the details are down below, but I would love to know what your excuses are. What are your favorites? What are the ones that always come out to play where you're like, oh, you again, here you are again. I would love to know. And yeah, feel free to share with me. Thank you so much for watching, for listening. I'll see you next time. I'm going to have a word with some of my excuses because I've got a lot of stuff to do today.